In Budapest, in the heart of the city, on the 8th of August 2002, there are about 30 people in the Blagus Volán Congress Bureau working on the organization of the 38th annual meeting of the European Association for the Study of Diabetes, to be held between the 1st and the 5th of September. This will be the largest scientific meeting in Hungary's history. This event is the greatest challenge to happen in the lives of the organizers and those working for them. It requires exceptional precision and harmonization. In a scientific meeting of this scale, one of the most important tasks is the registration of the participants, which, besides confirmation of the participation, also involves hotel booking.
Four years ago, we were sitting at a meeting called Rendezvous, the fair of Hungarian conference organizers, when a professor appeared. He came over to a stand and said that he would have a conference taking place in 2002 and would like to get into contact with several companies and have one of them to undertake the organization of the event. After we found out that this was the annual meeting of the European Association for the Study of Diabetes, one of the most significant of all the scientific events in the world, and also one of the largest regarding the number of participants, we realized that this would be an excellent opportunity to win the job. Those of us who had already experienced such a mega conference knew that it would involve an incredible large amount of work. However, for the younger of our colleagues who worked with us and had never seen anything like this, it was an incredible challenge, and they put a great deal of pressure on us to dive into this headfirst and by allowing youthful dynamism and drive as well as our experience get something good out of it.
The success of the event largely depends on the subcontractors. Therefore, about 2 weeks before the conference, the representatives of those companies were brought together that assisted on the supplier side in the smooth operation of the conference.
The reason why we have gathered the suppliers about 2 weeks before the event was that we are working with so many people and all these people have to cooperate with several other suppliers, that it is essential to create a good atmosphere and give the people the opportunity to get to know one another before they meet on the scene or while working there.
In addition to knowing each other better, the suppliers were also instilled with the fact that at an event of this scale, they are not only representing the interest of their own company, but also that of the whole country.
Both from the point of view of our company and Hungarian tourism, this is a milestone. As a scientific conference, Congress of this size has never been seen before in Hungary. So for our company and on a national scale, it was very important, because this means a great deal of extra turnover in Budapest for every service provider.
In Hungary today, you cannot find yet a conference venue suitable for providing several tens of thousands of people with professional meeting and other services. For this reason, the organizers decided to choose the halls of the Budapest Fair Center as the scene for the EASD 2002 event. This standpoint came about after long deliberation, as this group of buildings was primarily designed for exhibitions and not conferences. However, the organizers did their utmost. With lots of work and attention, the pavilions were cleverly and tastefully fitted out. In accordance with the international practices, an exhibition of the given profession is also linked to scientific conferences when they are held. In the present case, pharmaceutical companies involved in treating diabetes and companies manufacturing medical equipment set up their stands in Pavilion A of the Budapest Fair Center. From the point of view of the planning, the team in charge had an extremely important task of not only providing the area, but also harmonizing the sometimes complex exhibitor demands. Registration, central information, as well as purchasing and other administration were all to be found by the participants in Pavilion F. The organizers, apart from ensuring the smooth operation, had to devote special attention to the guests being greeted by a cultured environment. In turn for this, the hall had to be fitted out tastefully and airily. There is no conference hall of sufficient size in Hungary where the participants can attend the lectures of a conference of such a scale in a cultured environment. So the organizers decided to fit out Pavilion B of the Budapest Fair Center, which is not exactly designed to be a lecture hall, as the largest meeting hall of this scientific meeting. The International Standard Auditorium was cleverly and creatively realized in the hall. Seeing these pictures, those organizing conferences worldwide may be inspired that scientific meetings can be held in Budapest on the same scale as the 2002 meeting of the EASD, even prior to the construction of a real conference center. The number of the so-called poster lectures at EASD conferences, and at the one this year, approaches the 1,000 mark. These are prepared by scientific researchers who do not have the opportunity to hold presentation lectures in the large lecture halls. So Pavilion D had to be fitted out so that the posters, the lecturers, and those interested could be placed in the space available. Besides positioning the long wall surfaces, the organizers provided an area in the center of the hall for those wishing to relax. The numerous lecturers are placed in the various halls according to expressly scientific professional aspects. At the present meeting of the EASD, the Congress Bureau, in cooperation with the local organizing committee, set up the smaller halls of the Budapest Fair Center for the presentations that are believed to attract a smaller number of people. These halls are installed with the same technical equipment that is available in the main lecture hall. The pavilions were made easier to tell apart using colors so people could find their way about simply. Due to good planning and control, the huge amount of work was carried out precisely and quickly.